Hello everybody, this is Ka Sundance with the Raw Inspiration TV show. Can't believe it myself, but coming back with a raw food recipe. As I just have all these beautiful ingredients here, and I was doing this for some days now, and it's so delicious, and so I thought I want to share this special raw food recipe with you. So let's have a look here. What do I need for this raw food recipe? I'm going to show you today how you can create a tomato sauce, an original Italian tomato sauce, all in raw food quality. And of course, what is absolutely essential for creating a healthy and a delicious raw food recipe is fresh ingredients. So I was together with my kids in our greenhouse just 50 meters away from the camera right now. We picked some very fresh tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. We just also picked some, just 10 minutes ago, some fresh basil. Well, that's it for the really fresh ingredients. And we have some carrot, and we're gonna add in the sauce a little bit of onion, and then some spices, a little bit of salt, honey for sweetening, and the caddy knows what is really best, that's the vinegar. And then we're gonna add to all this. I'm gonna show you, it's just the other way around. This is the other thing why I wanted to show this to you. If I just turn the camera around, yep, this is the back side of the garden. You see here, this is oregano. That's fresh oregano. So I'm gonna pick a little bit of the fresh oregano. It's so good. It's fresh oregano here from the tree directly behind of me. Now we're gonna switch around again. Whoops. Alright. So let's move. So what do we need first? First we still got a knife. Here we go. So I'm gonna chop down the cherry tomatoes a little bit, and add it all in the blender. The Vitamix is just it's easier time getting it all. If you just start to chop the tomatoes down a little bit, otherwise you can just run forever and not really chopping it down, crunching it down. This tomato sauce goes so good with so many different things. You can have this, for example, I love to have this with kelp noodles. If you have kelp noodles, that's delicious, isn't it? Yeah. But there's more. You can just also add it to a salad, or eat it just plain with a carrot, or with some cucumbers. Or even you can even have it with real pasta, you know, with real pasta. If you have buckwheat pasta, for example, that's a really healthy alternative. There are really a lot of ways, a lot of things you can combine this raw organic tomato sauce with. So I also want to add a little bit of the carrot. For exact measurements, however, you really best go to my blog, because I will post there. I do it pretty much with feeling, I want to be honest with you here, and add later on, depending on the taste there is. So I have already the cherry tomatoes, I have some carrots, and now I'm gonna add some onion for taste. Yeah, then of course a little bit of this is Celtic sea salt. So Celtic sea salt a little bit. Yes. Then we have some vinegar, apple vinegar. Raw quality, a little bit, and for sweetening, it's really the secret of a good tomato sauce, that you also have to sweeten it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of honey. Here we go. And the herbs, I'm gonna wait till the end, because what is happening with the herbs, that the herbs they are so intense, and if you throw them in the blender, they get almost overwhelming from the taste. So we're gonna blend this up first, and then later on, as the very last thing, we're gonna add the herbs. There is actually one more ingredient I would like to add. I don't have it here on the table right now, but it's lemon. A little bit lemon or maybe an orange juice. Sour oranges or lemon is also very, very nice. It makes a little fresh taste at the end of the whole thing. So, Benny, you gotta say something?
No.
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 Okay. Here we go. Of course, now you can play around with the consistency. I always like if it's not too smooth everything, that it's still a little bit of crunchy. It still feels alive to me that way. So I was carefully taking care that I didn't blend it up too much and too long, just a little bit. So now as a final touch, I'm gonna add, I'm gonna cut it down a little bit. I'm gonna add some basil. Some basil. And the fresh oregano from the tree I was showing you, huh? Oh yeah. Of course, you know, there are many variations thinkable. You could also add garlic, for example, that also would go nicely with it. Or sun-dried tomatoes, that's also nice. If you soak sun-dried tomatoes, that's also possible. But of course, it's always the best, I believe, if it's fresh ingredients. So that's almost it. I'm gonna blend it now. Go. That's our tomato sauce. Raw organic tomato sauce. Oops. Yeah. Test. You like it? So, you know, if my kids like it, that is always a very good sign, because they are, of course, my very hardest critics. That was the recipe for the tomato sauce. Very straightforward, simple, easy ingredients. It's fast to make. And I tell you, it's so much more healthy than every tomato sauce out of the glass or powdered or whatever you wanna call it. This is really the best of the best. We're gonna add a nice salad now with it. Unfortunately, we don't have any kelp noodles, but this is the way it is. That was my raw food recipe TV show for today. I'm gonna end now. I'm gonna be back with more. Maybe even recipes, my friends, the next couple of days. Car Sundance is signing out. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye. You also want to bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.